welcome to my channel. I'm Aria Elysian and I'm an Australian specialist makeup artist. So today I've started off my channel with a full face makeup tutorial for you guys. If you want to know how to create this look, then please continue watching. I hope you love it.
Okay, so to start off I'm going to prime my face using the MAC Cosmetics Natural Radiance Prep and Prime Primer and also a flat brush. So with this primer you only need a small amount. I'm just going to take one pump on my hand. That's how much it squirts out, and that'll be enough to do my whole face. So applying it to the eyelids, I take it over my eyebrows, under my eyes, over my forehead, cheeks, T-zone, nose and chin. So now I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown, a Zoeva Angle brush, and also the BH Cosmetics Eyebrow Gel in the shade Brunette. And my eyebrows are done! Now I'm going to take the Kryolan Concealer in the shade SYH, a flat concealing brush, a buffing brush, Kryolan Translucent Setting Powder, and also a little fluffy brush. And now the look is complete! Just kidding, I look like a potato. Alright, so now that I've concealed and set my eyes and created a beautiful smooth base for my eyeshadows, I'm going to take some Scotch tape and apply it to the outer corners of my eyes. This just helps to create a beautiful smooth line when I apply my eyeshadows, as well as catching all the fallout. Alrighty, eyeshadow time. So taking a small compact fluffy brush and the shade Thrash from the Urban Decay Electric palette, I'm going to pack this shade into my crease and upwards. This is my transition shade, the lightest shade, so I'm just going to pack it all over the crease and above. And repeating the exact same on the other eye. And just wait for this happy face. Ah, there it is. And now taking a blending brush, I'm going to blend the edges of the transition shade out, basically in a sideways sweeping motion. Don't press too hard on the shade, just sweeping it against your skin and dragging upwards while you're doing so. Now taking my eyeshadow brush and the shade Slowburn from the Urban Decay Electric palette, I'm going to pack this shade into my crease as well, not taking this colour as high as I took the yellow transition shade. I'm packing it in there, getting it as pigmented as I possibly can. This is a halo eye, so we want to pack the colour on the outer edge of the eye and the inner corner of the eye, and then join it through the crease. And now repeating the same on the other side. To achieve the pigment, to achieve the best colour payoff, it is important to pack as much colour on your brush as possible and press it into your eye, not just sweep it across. If you sweep it across, it'll just be fluffing all the colour off. And maybe a little happier this time. Now going back to our fluffy blending brush and doing the same as we did with the yellow shade, but again not taking the blending as high. The key to blending really is just patience. You just have to work with it using the sweeping motion back and forth, and pulling it upwards at the same time. And look at the difference between the two eyes. This one is so blended and beautiful, and this one is still quite harsh. And now taking the shade Realgar from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, using my eyeshadow brush, I'm packing this colour into the inner corner and outer corner of my eyes, as well as into the crease. Just keep this colour, as it's the third colour, the darkest one so far, very compact. I'm just using this to darken the orange shade that I previously used. Beautiful. And again repeating the same on the other eye, just really packing it all in there. Nice and compact. Now taking my blending brush again and just blending out any harsh edges that there are. And the same on the other eye. And now my favourite shade of all time, Love Letter from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Taking that on my eyeshadow brush and packing it right into the outer corner, inner corner and crease of my eye. Look how pigmented this colour is, it is beautiful. So just blending. While you're packing the colour on too, you'll see, you know, I pack it on but also do little blending strokes. You'll get the more you practice, the more it'll become a habit for you and easy for you. And again, the same on the other side, just packing those colours into the inner outer corner and crease and blending them upwards a little bit at the same time. And now I'm taking this highlighting shade from Inglot. It is the shade 395 and this little fluffy brush. Also some Prep and Prime Fix Plus on the brush and then dipping it into the highlighting shade and applying it to my brow bone. This highlighting shade is hands down my favourite one I've ever used. I basically use it with every look. It always goes on my brow bone and almost always goes on my lid. Like, I really am going to have to experiment a bit more. And now taking the Kryolan Concealer in the shade SYH again and the flat concealing brush and carving out the cut crease for the halo eye. You basically follow the line of your eye but going above your crease, just above your crease. And then once you've found the line or the height that you're going, you fill in the rest, making the most compact amount of product in the center and then blending it out as I'm doing now. So it's a little less harsh on the edges. And doing the same on the other eye. To start off with, to find your line, it does help to have your eye open, looking in the mirror, so you can draw just above your eye line, because you need to be able to see the top of the line when your eye is open. And then filling in the rest like I did with eye number 1. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush and packing the Kryolan translucent setting powder all over this wet concealer that I've just applied to my eyelids. And now taking a clean brush to dust it all off. Then go back, after you've dusted it all off, go back to the eyeshadow brush that we've been using that has a little bit of product left on it and use that to dust the setting powder off of the coloured areas. It just puts the colour back in. Alrighty, so using a flat brush and the same shade I used on my eyebrow bone, which was the Inglot eyeshadow in the shade 395, I'm just packing this all over my lid as it is my highlighting shade. Okay, so using a flat brush and the shade Realgar from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, which we used in our crease, we're going to pack this colour in between the highlighting shade and the dark shade. So pack it right in there, in between the highlighting shade and the inner corner and the outer corner of the eye. This is going to be our transition blending shade. And then taking Love Letter and doing the same, but don't take it as far inwards. Packing that colour right back on to create the illusion of shine. Okay, and doing the same to the other eye, of course. Packing those colours right in. And now go back to your highlighting shade and a smaller flat brush and just very lightly blend all those shades you just added in together with the highlighting shade. So it all blends beautifully and there's no harsh lines. Gorgeous. So now I'm taking the So Fine liquid eyeliner by Tarte and also a waterproof liquid eyeliner by MAC Cosmetics. I start off with the Tarte liquid eyeliner and I start in the inner corner of my eye and dragging it to the outer edge of my eye, lining just above my eyelashes. So now drawing the wing across the Scotch tape and pulling it back in. The aim here is to get a straight line. So when you close your eye, it wants to look relatively like a straight line, which mine will. And now pulling off the Scotch tape, and oh, look how sharp that wing looks. Now we go in with the MAC Cosmetics eyeliner and just fill in the bottom of the wing on the outer corner of my eye. Fill in any little missing gaps. Sharpen that wing up even more. And I also take this eyeliner through the center of my eye, the inner corner. And now finishing off the wing with the Tarte Cosmetics eyeliner again. I'm just using that to create the straight line I was talking about earlier. And of course the same on the other eye now. The reason I use the two eyeliners is because I love them both equally, but they're both good for different things. The Tarte eyeliner gives you a lot of control over the wing and what you're doing. But the MAC one is so waterproof, it is crazy. And now taking the Rimmel London Extra Super Lash Mascara and just applying that to my eyelashes. I'm only doing the top eyelashes to start off with, not the bottom. Now I'm going to take a compact bullet brush and go back to the eyeshadows that I used on top of my eyes and use those same colours in the same sequence, just to line the underneath of my eyes. Starting off with the lightest shade and then building it to the darkest pink shade, which was Love Letter. And the same to the other eye. Now taking the Inglot highlighting shade that I used on my brow bone and my lid and applying that to the inner corners of my eyes. And using the Savvy Kohl pencil in the shade White, I'm just lining my waterline. And today I'm using these 3D mink hair eyelashes with some black eyelash glue. Let them go tacky and then apply them to my eyes. I find it does help to use tweezers to apply your eyelashes because it just allows you to see a bit more of what you're doing rather than having your fingers in the way. And now we can go ahead and apply the mascara to our bottom eyelashes. Using the Kryolan concealer wheel, I'm taking the shades RN1 and RN2. I mix these two shades together and I just apply them over any blemishes or skin discolorations on my skin. I always take it over my nose and my chin. Then once applied, I blend them out with the buffing brush. And now taking the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation in the shade Natural Beige, a beauty blender and a stippling brush, I'm going to apply the foundation to the first half of my face. Also taking it down my neck to blend it into my neck colour so I don't end up with any yucky lines. And now taking my beauty blender and using a tapping motion all through the foundation to blend it out and give it a beautifully airbrushed and smooth look. Might I also add, make sure your beauty blender is wet. It will not work with a dry beauty blender. If it's dry, it will rip all the foundation off your face. Not good. Now, to set under my eyes, I take the beauty blender and dip it into the Kryolan translucent setting powder and press it all under my eyes. Now taking a fluffy brush for the rest of my face and applying the translucent setting powder with that. Once all applied, use the same fluffy brush to dust off all the powder. Now taking the shade Amaretto by Becca and Jaclyn Hill, and also this angular brush, I'm going to bronze my cheeks, creating the contour with this shade, starting off with a light amount of product and building up. And now going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Oh my god, I love this highlighter. And also this fluffy brush, I'm going to apply this to my cheekbones. It is so stunning. Woo! Get on my face! And now taking the blushing shade Pamplemousse by Becca and Jaclyn Hill, I'm lightly brushing that over the apples of my cheeks. You just smile slightly to find the apples of your cheeks. And the same as with the bronzer, apply a little bit and build up the coverage because it's very hard to remove blush once you've applied too much. Now taking the Australis Cosmetics Velour Lips Matte Lip Cream in the shade Byron Bay and the Savvy Lip Liner in the shade Current. Just lining my lips with the lip liner. And lastly, applying the Velour Lips to create an ombre effect, applying this to the center of my lips.
Thank you so much for watching my first video, guys. I hope you loved it as much as I love making it. If you did, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will leave links down below to all my social medias, and also there'll be a full product list of all the products I used in the video today. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!